Welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. We're here inside Barley's for the Big Plate. Feel free to come join us if you like. Sorry for the delay on the show today. Some technical difficulties, but we're going to give you a full show right here today. Man, it's like a double bill, which we rarely get here at Barley's. Peat in the house, and they're going to be up the second half of the show today. It's a big old surprise to all of us that he's here with us today. Give a great big welcome to East Tennessee's own Daniel Kimbro to the Big Plate, live from Barley's.
My energy ebbs and flows. It's a ripping too fast, it's a slipping too slow. Right now it's down between my toes. My energy ebbs and flows. My appetite often yearns for the apposite satellites I might earn. They orbit my head in elliptic birds. My appetite often yearns. Why is the sky blue? What's in the low ground? What Billy finally had as the song sound? When do the trout eating good? I need a new fly. Where does the soul go after a man dies? My mood swings like Ted Bundy. I am the Ted on the Bay of Fundy. I'm a Tuesday night in a month of Sundays, but I haven't killed anybody yet. I wanna eat like I'm still in college. Gonna stuff my face with poke-hot knowledge. I'm eating tuna fish on top of the cottage. I've so many questions left. Like if I kick a volleyball, did I throw a touchdown? Have I got a dad bod and what's my pronoun? What makes snake oil taste like freedom pie? Where does the soul go after a man dies? So what in the world do we do now? My apathy, a field I plow. To deepen the harrows of my mind. My empathy, a field that roots won't find. Things that I dread, they're like Legos up in my head. They assemble themselves while I'm lying in bed. Tell me, where's my instruction book? Gaslighting with myself. My paper cuts alight and then they nest my shelf. 1,000 nicks might bleed this elf. You ain't nothing but a fool of a tub. Tell me, what is my password? Why another update? Should I even buy this? The reviews are not great. If I leave a car wash, how does a bird know? After the man dies, where does the nerd go? My energy ebbs and flows, a ripping too fast, a slipping too slow. Right now it's down between my toes. My energy ebbs and flows. Thank you. Forgot what song I'm going to do next, so I'm just going to turn my phone back on. 1 second. How's everybody doing? It's good to be back in Knoxville. Good to be back at Barley's. It's good to know that my Face ID still does not recognize my face. Which is coincidental because I had a birthday last week and I don't recognize my face either. Hey, I got a chair at home that squeaks, and I got a rug at home that stinks, and my hardwood floor it sags and dips. My kitchen tap it always drips. The yellow sponges I throw away, but the fruit flies come back every day. And my ratty couch, that's where I sit. It's the only place that I seem to fit. Well, I got grass that's always tall, some spots it don't grow at all. And I've got a mailbox full of bills, and I'm gonna buy more aspirin pills. And when it rains, my chimney leaks, and my garden hose, it's full of kinks. My chain link fence, it sags and bows, got bright zip ties to close the holes. It's red rust in my white bathtub, and it's bars of soap worn down to nubs, and 100 books I'll never read. More Tupperware than one man needs. Sharpened spoons and dullet knives, and no 2 cups that look alike. My Frigidaire don't make no ice. My kitchen, kitty cat don't catch no mice. I got lists half crossed out, and I've got knees plumb full of doubt, and I got a hound dog always pouts. I gotta let the hound dog out. I got guns I'll never shoot, and I got one set of every boot, and I've got hats I'll never wear. I'm gonna sit down in that chair. See, I've got habits that I can't keep, and I'm going to get some kind of sleep. But I lay there staring at my wall, and most nights I don't dream at all. For I got gutters are falling down, and I owe a bunch of folks downtown. I told the whole damn neighborhood that I'd pay them back, man, if I could. I told the whole damn neighborhood I'd pay them back, man, if I could. Thanks.
Daniel Kimbro with us here today on the Big Plate live from Barley's. So many of y'all know Daniel's long history with WDVX, and that he's gone on to do big things with his musical career. Don't me.
Okay. I won't.
Daniel's achieved more than most musicians could ever dream in their lifetime, and he's got an amazing career going, playing, of course, in the Jerry Douglas Band, but in lots of other bands, and touring with the Transatlantic Sessions and all of the things that you have done over the years. But this is the right now is the very first time that Daniel Kimbro has ever put out his own music.
Yeah, that's the exact appropriate amount of applause. Thank you very much. Goodness gracious, that's exactly what it sounded like at my baptism.
You know, the family band did some things back in the day, but Daniel's been playing music, and I guess it was Loyston was the song that was recorded on a blue plate a long time ago, and we kept it in our archives. Every time we would play it, somebody would call and say, "What's that song? The river song that you just played, you know?" And it would be like, "Oh, it's not recorded." And I mean, I've been saying that for years. And finally, it's recorded.
It's recorded. That's right.
And not only did you record it, but your boss put it on his Jerry Douglas Band album as well.
He did. He's trying to get some of my money. It's cutthroat. It's dog eat dog.
That mean man. So, the very first project. So, you have already gone out on a European tour with this.
Yep, I did. I went to the United Kingdom and Scotland. They don't care for it when you refer to Scotland as the United Kingdom, and I don't.
Okay. They're not the same place.
No, they're two different countries.
Yes. So, you, like I said, have played in many bands and get to ride on the buses and fly on the planes and go all the places, and everything's taken care of for you, Daniel, when you're in the Jerry Douglas Band.
I don't like where this is headed.
But now it's the Daniel Kimbro Band, and I'm wondering, how fun was that tour that you just had to make your own reservations for? And
it was great. I gave myself a raise first day. I had a good time. I went to places I'd never heard of and played for people I'd never met, and a few of them signed up for my email list, which was really cool. And then my rental car broke down in Newcastle, in Yorkshire. It's not in Yorkshire, actually. It's in another borough or county, and I can't remember the name of it because that was, then, and I'm still jet lagged. But it was a whole thing. But I have been doing this touring as a musician thing for the better part of 20 years, and most things don't surprise me anymore, like the color of your jacket, for example. It's just, I'm used to stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, you've known me a long time.
I have known you a long time. It's really cool. It's like they send you color swatches from bass boats.
No, my husband would call it Kawasaki green.
Kawasaki green.
Yeah.
This is going over real well on the radio.
Yes, it is.
That's what they get for not being here. No, but thanks, Red. Yeah, it takes a while. I am an accompanist by trade, and that's really fun because I get to play with a lot of people that I grew up listening to on WDVX. For example, a couple of weeks ago, myself and my fellow members of the Earls of Leicester, we just backed up Steve Earle for the 20th anniversary of the Mountain record, and we played that whole thing with him on the Outlaw Country Cruise, which apparently people will pay to go on. And I was just talking with Tony and Nelson back there about Paul Brady and all the different people that I've gotten to, have a meal with, and like, I try not to be a germ. I try not to deliberately say, "Oh my God, you're my hero. What's it like to write that song? Remember that one time when that guy?" Instead, I just try to absorb whatever I can, and I think most of them are substance abuse habits that I finally managed to eschew. But here and there, I'll pick up snippets of lyrics and stuff, and it's been an interesting experiment to try to pivot from being the person upstage to being the person downstage. So I do appreciate the opportunity to be here and do this, and I especially appreciate all of the opportunities to experiment with those kinds of things that WDVX has afforded.
So, yeah.
Thank you. The applauses are growing.
The new project is called Carpet in the Kitchen.
It is, yeah. I grew up in White Pine, Tennessee, and
it's just nasty.
It's nasty, but it's not uncommon.
It's not as bad as in the bathroom, though,
That's true.
I guess. It is not available in-house today. However,
There's a reason.
the big release is tonight at the Laurel Theater. Starts at 8 o'clock.
A las 8.
What?
A las 8. At 8.
Okay. Whatever you say. And are you going to be solo, Daniel?
Solo. No one to blame but me.
No one to blame but Daniel. Just the Daniel Kimbro Show at the Laurel Theater tonight, 8 o'clock, y'all. You can find more information at jubileearts.org, danielkimbro.com. Shaking howdy with him afterwards and thank him for being here with us today. It's Daniel Kimbro on the Big Plate, live from Barley's.
Thanks, Red. I grew up in Morristown, Tennessee, and there was just a construction crew right over here, and they all had Morristown Excavating on the backs of their shirts, and they've left, and I can hear myself now. There are a couple of instrumentals on the album, and this is one of them. It's called The Blue-Eyed Waltz, and I wrote this song after coming home from a long tour, and my wife has blue eyes, and my daughter has blue eyes, and my son has blue eyes, and at the time, I was traveling a whole lot, and they were very, very young, and I have brown eyes, and there's a reason for that, and it's because I'm full of a substance that the FCC does not care for me to refer to on the airways. But what was interesting is at the time, we were renting a room to my younger brother, who's very handsome and has blue eyes. Thanks. Appreciate it. Do a couple more for you. It's a new song. I think it's new. Anyway, it's new to everybody here, so it's new. I'm going to do this song for a good friend of mine who is on his way to Vanderbilt Memorial over in Nashville this morning because they finally found a liver for him. And he's a good friend of mine. If you've seen me on the Blue Plate and in the past few performances, my daughter and I were here we were up the hill at the radio station recently, but we've done it here too. We've done a Christmas set, and you see me playing a really cool 1960s Gibson guitar that there's no way in hell I could afford, and that belongs to this friend. And he told me one time, he said, I had this guitar since I was a kid, and I never play it, and I'm never going to get to play it, and I want you to play it as long as you want to. And so I'm going to do this song for JR, and I just want to say publicly how much I appreciate all he's done for fisheries research and conservation here in East Tennessee and in Appalachia in general. It's something that really means a lot to me, and that is something that is, well, it was already undervalued and it was already drastically underfunded, and who knows what's going to happen to it now. But that's a whole conversation that I don't feel like having with any of you at the moment. And the good news is that if you're tired of sappy and depressing songs, there's an Irish band coming up after this. And they've got a dulcimer. It sounds like a Thomas Kincaid painting flowing at your ear holes. What would I tell to a honeybee? And where could I yell for a chestnut tree? He's cut off at his knees and cannot seem to ease his mind. What could I say to a coral head? Who would I pray to when he's dead? He's sleeping on the ocean red in a bed that's unkind. What would I write to a younger me? He could read it each night when he's trying to be so still and calm, but he's getting it wrong each time. His brain is a-buzzing like the hornet's nest out low in the yew tree, poking his chest with sticks that stab and grab when you try to climb. Say when the cork comes out of the bottleneck and the water runs down like a freight train, reckoning a-comin'. There's a reckoning a-comin', I reckon so. So make peace with the Mustang kid riding up front in a Stetson lit out west where the light is long and the mountains young. Fault lines will guide you along, one little shift and you're in a new song. Just live and learn and wait your turn and have fun. Now look at life for your ignorance. There's a truth that you knew in the consequence of the books in the cupboard that told you in black and white. Leave nothing behind but cells and skin. Old hands are hanging where your hands have been. These things go live like a sieve for your dreams at night. When the car comes out of the bottleneck and the water runs down like a freight train, reckoning a-comin'. Is a reckoning a-comin', I reckon so. There's too much dread in your world. Just watch your lines unfurl. Now why can't the bad days come one at a time? Or too many Sunday nights when you can't turn out the lights. Keep seeing the scary sights there in your mind. Why you gotta be heavy now? Can't you write a good toe tapper? You know how. Who wants to hear your hot take anyway? Hey, I just type where my fingers go. What's it gonna look like when my kids get old? I did it again. Big thoughts rushing every day. Say when the car comes out of the bottleneck stash out and you better go quick, it's a-comin'. It's a reckoning a-comin'. Big train, it is a-comin'. I reckon so. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Gonna do one more song for you. Send this out to a couple of people. That's what I do now. I send songs out to people. Thanks for the tips. Appreciate it. There is a tip jar here, and you know, if you don't want to put any money in it, that's fine. But as R.B. Morris says, I got a baby at home, thinks a doorknob's a biscuit. It's true. All this money, actually, my dear friend Poe Hanna, guitar player extraordinaire here in Knoxville, he had all his fishing stuff stolen out of his truck. So this is the Barry Poe Hanna Fishing Fund. We're going to go get him some new gear. It's true. It happened. I know. What is that about? In society's defense, he did leave it in the back of his Ford pickup truck unlocked in a Walmart parking lot. So you don't really have to put money in there. And, you know, somewhere there's like some amphetamine up dude catching the first fish of his life. And I told Barry he's basically like the bluegill Dolly Parton, so it's cool. Do this song for Grace up the hill at the studio. Thanks for making the radio work if it's working, Grace. If it's not working, thanks for making it work other times. And Tess, I'm sorry I didn't go to your gig last night, but my son had a choir concert, well, I think he's my son, and I'm gonna do this song for Tuck also, and I'm gonna pull the lyrics up, see if I can remember it. I did a song last time I was here at Barley's on the Blue Plate about Ian Malcolm, who of course you all know is the mathematician from Jurassic Park. Please hold your applause. And I'm going to do this song about, well, I like to speak Spanish, and this is a song called Aquaman. I can hold my breath for a long time. I can hold my breath for hours in the deep blue green of the salt brine where anemones are my flowers. I stick you with my tri-prong, I cut you with my glare. My abs are hard as shell conch, and I never have to wash my hair, 'cause I'm the Aquaman. Aqua means water, I got more tricks than Harry Potter. I'm the Aquaman, man means me. Trident sticking you 1, 2, 3, uh-oh. Merfolk hear me swimming, merfolk swim aside. Ice melts, my house is brimming. I call my dolphins when I need a ride. And they take me down the trenches, and they take me around the cape. I use coral to build my benches. I blow bubbles every time I vape, 'cause I'm the Aquaman. Aqua means water, I got more tricks than Harry Potter. I'm the Aquaman, man means me. Trident sticking you 1, 2, 3, uh-oh. Is full of sushi, my krill caught fresh by whales. My scales are made my Gucci, I use remorse to clean them scales. I only surf tsunamis, and my riptide always rips. I do seaweed origami, and my bath toys are real ships, 'cause I'm the Aquaman, and aqua means water, I got more tricks than Harry Potter. Sam the Aquaman, and man means me. Tried down sticking you 1, 2, 3, oh. All right, y'all. Thanks very much. 4-Leaf Pete is up next. I'm going to go tune my guitar. I love you all very much. Please come to the Laurel Theater tonight at 8 o'clock. If you don't, bad things are going to happen to you in life.
That's Daniel Kimbro, y'all, on the big plate, live from Barley's. We'll start by saying, in answer to Daniel's question up to Grace, the live feed is not happening right now on the radio. The live stream on the Facebook and the YouTube is happening, but for the radio listeners out there, or you all here in the house, you can just have a total deja vu this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Just turn on your radio, and this is all magically going to happen all over again on the local 3 at 3 today on WDVX. So, yeah, we're going to get to live it twice, y'all. So, fun day. Support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from Barley's right here in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate on Fridays at noon. Next Friday, Tim Decker and Tennessee River will be bringing some bluegrass to us. You can find out more about them by visiting our website and our calendar at WDVX.com. Support also comes from Visit Knoxville right here in downtown Knoxville. Additional support comes from the Big Ears Festival happening March 27th through the 30th with Waxahachie, Julian Baker and Torres, Bella Fleck, Sam Bush, Edgar Meyer, Wyatt Ellis, Irish Wizards, Lancome, and more. Over 200 concerts in 15 venues in 4 days, plus films, exhibitions, panels, and surprises. I read the weekend passes are sold out, but I do believe there are still day passes available at bigearsfestival.org. Sorry if I stepped on your hand, Jeter. So, we do the Blue Plate Special 6 days a week. Tomorrow, we will be back up at Visit Knoxville to do it all over again. And Laura Sawosko and Chris Long will be with us. Again, you can find out who is headed in our direction by simply visiting the calendar right there at WDVX.com. So, before we get started, just want to remind everybody that 4-Leaf Pete does have merch available over here after the show. And yes, we do have a love bucket that we're going to divide up here after the show and send home with the folks. Just a little, just show your love in a bucket. It's an easy thing to do. Y'all, it's Knoxville's premier Celtic band. Give it up for 4-Leaf Pete to the big plate live from Barley's.
Thanks, everybody. I guess we got a fifth member of the band we didn't know about. So I want to say before we play the next song that I don't give two flips about Barry Pohana's fishing poles. And I will fight Daniel Kimbro before any of this money goes to buy his fishing pole. No, I'm just kidding.
I do care about his lures, though.
I do love me some Barry Pohana. Back in the day, if anybody remembers when Morlock Music was over there on Gay Street, we used to he would teach guitar and I was teaching fiddle in like rooms right across from each other, and we taught music to a lot of kids. It was great. He is awesome player, awesome person. So that was some jigs, and we're gonna do a song for you guys. We are Four Leaf Peat. We're happy to be here today. We've been doing this for 21 years, since 2004, and we
Don't
got
applaud that.
yeah. I mean, we're just
We're old
old
enough to drink now.
Yeah. We're going to be doing our St. Patrick's Day show. So there's a lot going on at the Laurel Theater this weekend. So we're going to be doing our Patty's Day show at the Laurel Theater on Saturday night. So come on, see Daniel tonight, and then come see us tomorrow night. But the longest running St. Patrick's Day continuous celebration here in Knoxville is us, Four Leaf Peat, and we'll have a good time over there. So we're going to do a song now. The tradition of Irish music is obviously linked to Scottish music as well, and then very much linked to the great music here in East Tennessee, mostly old time, which I consider the same as Irish music, just with a different accent. So we took this song that's kind of a Scottish song and then went to Ireland and then came over, and well, we're still from Tennessee, so we Tennesseed it up a little bit. So we're going to give you a song called Johnny Todd.
For to sail across the sea, and he's left his own dear Jeanie weeping on the green. Oh, he weep no more, me own dear Jeanie, set your bairn upon your knee. When I return, we'll be married down upon the greenwood quay. Johnny's gone to seek for riches, for Australia he is bound, handsome in his canvas breeches, for to sail the world around. Weep no more, me own dear Jeanie, set your bairn upon your knee. When I return, we'll be married down upon the greenwood quay. Told poor Jeanie she's abandoned with her babe, but she smiles and rocks her baby, for she still can hear him say, weep no more, me own dear Jeanie, set your bairn upon your knee. When I return, we'll be married down upon the greenwood quay. She's waited for a ship out in the bay, but she dreams and slumbers onward, for she still can hear him say, weep no more, me own dear Jeanie, set your bairn upon your knee. When I return, we'll be married down upon the greenwood quay. Bright and early in the springtime of the year, she spies a ship sailing on the water, bringing Johnny to his dear. Weep no more, me own dear Jeanie, set your bairn upon your knee. When I return, we'll be married down upon the greenwood quay. Weep no more, me own dear Jeanie, set your bairn upon your knee. When I return, we'll be married down upon the greenwood quay. Thank you.
It's Four-Leaf Peat with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Howdy.
Hey there, Red.
Happy
y'all
Pie
doing?
Day.
Happy what?
Pie Day.
Pie Day.
For all you math nerds out there.
3.14.
Is it Pie Day, really?
Yes. It's my friend,
Yes.
physicist Dr. Radford's birthday, and he celebrates Pi Day.
Okay.
314.
So there's a whole bunch of geeks on the stage right now with us today on the Big Plate live from Barley's. And they go by the name of Four-Leaf Peat. They will be performing tomorrow night
That's right,
at the
tomorrow
Laurel
night.
Theater. Now, we've already assessed the situation that Daniel Kimbro is going to be at the Laurel Theater tonight and that Four-Leaf Pete's going to be at the Laurel Theater tomorrow night. So, you know, they need a campground in
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
they do.
parking area.
Absolutely.
We have to
place
take
there.
the time to let the stage cool off from Daniels so that we can actually sound good. 'Cause he'll suck all the joy out of the room, and everyone will go home with it, and then
That
we'll
didn't
be
come out
working-
right, Jason.
Working hard. No, I don't mean like sad, but like everyone will be happy. And
Okay. All right. No, you work with that. Go ahead, Red.
Just so the world knows, Daniel Kimbro played on Four-Leaf Pete's CD
He
or
did.
album.
He produced our last record way back in 2017. We did the Bijou sessions, and Daniel was gracious enough to do sound. He set up the room. He recorded us. He produced it. At the time, we paid him money, and we wanted to collaborate with him again. He's like, "Well, I don't take money anymore. One of you is going to have to follow me around for 6 months and carry my bass." And we're like, "That's just too expensive."
I know him too well. He will take your money
will,
and
yeah,
carry
I'm-
his own bass.
No, but Daniel's a good friend and as well as a wonderful musician. He did a great job on that record, and we're going to have him up here for a song here in a little
All
bit.
right. So the Laurel Theater, it's a beautiful space to see a show. Every seat in the house is a good seat,
Oh, it's the
Great
best.
sound.
and they let you bring your own cooler in.
I've been told we're not supposed to advertise that, so no, they don't let you do that.
Well, they're not going to not let you do it. We're just not telling you.
We're not
to
telling
do
you to-
such
yeah.
a thing.
No NASCAR size.
So yeah, I don't think anybody's going to tackle you at the door.
Nope.
So fun show. 8 o'clock. Y'all
8
starting
o'clock,
at 8
yeah,
o'clock
and
too?
it's going to be our St. Patrick's Day celebration, which again, this is the 21st one, and we can't wait to do
Y'all
it.
are
and
finally legal to drink.
We're finally legal to drink as
Look
a
at
band.
How
How
long
about
we've
that?
been watching them drink illegally. Yeah,
individually.
Yeah.
Individually. Now we can drink as a band.
So tell us about this gig you all just finished up. You all did something different.
We did. We played with the Roane County Choral Society out in Harriman, and the wonderful Brenda Luigi is the director there, and she invited us to do that. And so it was something different for us. We've been fortunate to play with symphony orchestras, but usually they have arranged their stuff to just
Fit
accompany
us.
our stuff. And so this time we actually had to learn the music. Yeah.
There's
It
only
was
one of
You'd
us
think a
that reads
musician
sheet
would
music.
actually want to do that. But it was great. It was lovely. We did it out. What was the name of that theater in downtown?
the
Harriman?
Princess
The
Theater in
Princess
Harriman.
Theater. And that happened on Sunday, and it was a great time. We were honored to do it.
Brought
So
back
this-
memories of bands having to tape together pieces of music
Yes.
for the music stand, which is not what we normally do.
We had to read. It was hard.
Rick, do you read music for the dulcimer?
I do,
Wow.
but it's hard because my hands are all over the place. And when you're reading music, if you have a standard place to put your hands or fingers, it's a little easier to read off the page. Not so with this. I can't take my eyes off of it for too long.
You know, I tried learning Braille, but I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Oh, jeez. Please
Hello.
ignore him.
I thought this microphone was on. It doesn't. There must be people laughing on Radio Land.
All right, so we're just going to skip to the part where I say there's a love bucket down front. Jason?
Not for the jokes, for the music, please.
Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a love bucket.
There
Down
is a
front.
love bucket. That's what my mama used to call me. It's true.
They're still not getting any of your jokes in here, so maybe we got to go back to the music, Chad.
I think that's a great idea.
So, Again, there is merch available for 4 Leaf Peat over here at the merch table. And today's performance presented by Traditional Irish Arts of Knoxville, y'all. It's 4 Leaf Peat on the big plate live from Barley's.
All right, so we're going to continue on with some reels for you. Yep. Father Kelly's, Sligo Maid, and
Lady
Ann Montgomery's, for those who are counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. right. So we're going to welcome Daniel on up to the stage here. And before we play this next song, I'm going to give a quick shout out. My orchestra teacher she was my teacher from the 6th grade till I graduated high school. So I followed her from middle school to high school. She taught at 3 high schools in Raleigh, North Carolina. She taught at Athens Drive, which is where I went, so cleverly named after the street it was on. Apex and Cary, and so at the time, that's the only way you could get a big enough orchestra together, and she did that for 35 years. She passed away a few weeks ago, and it is no exaggeration to say, outside of my mother, she had the biggest impact on my life, certainly why I'm here today. And, sorry. So I thought I would mention it when Daniel was coming up because his lovely wife, Tiffany, is a high school music teacher. And it matters. So thank your teachers, because they are great. And so it's not so much, it's not so sad. We call Marta Partridge was my teacher. We affectionately called her Miss P. So she had a great run. She's resting easy as her rest is well earned. And so we're going to do a song. So don't think about Miss P when you're hearing this song, but I just had to give a shout out to her because she was fantastic. And if you're a high school teacher out there, maybe one day you'll produce a foul-mouthed Irish fiddle player yourself. You don't have it? Okay. All right, so we've got some sound issues here. I'll lighten the mood a little bit. Does anybody know what a mermaid wears to math class? Her algebra. It's a play on words. It's pretty good if you think about it. Do we have sound? Thank God. Okay, so we're going to do a song for you. Peggy-O.
As we rode out from Fenario, we rode out from Fenario, our captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and he called her by name, pretty Peggy-O. Would you marry me, pretty Peggy-O? Would you marry me, pretty Peggy-O? If you would marry me, all your cities I will free. Save all the ladies in the area. If I would marry you, sweet William O. Well, I would marry you, sweet William O. Yes, I would marry you, but your guineas are too few. And I'm afraid that I would anger my mother, oh. What would your mama think, pretty Peggy-O? What would your mama think, pretty Peggy-O? What would your mama think if she heard my guineas clink? Saw me marching at the head of my army, oh. Nevermore return, pretty Peggy-O. If ever I return, pretty Peggy-O. If ever I return, all your cities I will burn and destroy all the ladies in the area. pretty Peggy-O. Come tripping down the stairs, pretty Peggy-O. Come tripping down the stairs, combing out your yellow hair. Come bid farewell to your William O. Sweet William, he's dead, pretty Peggy-O. Sweet William, he's dead, pretty Peggy-O. Sweet William, he's dead, but he died for a maid. And he's buried in a Louisiana country, oh. Thank you. The
Thanks,
amazing
everybody. Daniel Kimbro, thanks for joining us, bud.
It's Four-Leaf Pete with us here today on the Big Plate live from Barley's. So they've got one last tune for us here today, but all right, one more round of applause for Daniel Kimbro. Again, he'll be at the Laurel Theater tonight at 8 o'clock. DanielKimbro.com for more information, jubileearts.org. Feel free to shake and howdy with him afterwards and thank him for being here with us today. I was not going to wear my jacket to Daniel's show tonight. I was going to save it for Four-Leaf Pete tomorrow, but I've changed my mind. I think I'm wearing it all weekend long.
Yeah.
That is killer, too.
Lovely T-shirt you have there as well, Red.
Yes. Well, you
Fantastic.
know, they
And if
might
anyone
be
wants
available right over here at the merch table after the show. All your Four-Leaf Pete merch available, and you too can shake and howdy with them and thank them for being here with us today on the Blue Plate Special. And again, our love bucket's down here, and we're all going to stay after the show to watch them divide it all up.
That's arm wrestle.
That's right.
It'll be very interesting.
We'll see how many fishing poles Barry's going to get.
How many fishing poles Kimbro's going to get out of it? I know that guy. He's more of a lure, into the lures, you know. Anyway, shake and howdy with our performers. And join us again next week. Again, Tim Decker and Tennessee River will be here with us, and you can find more information about that at WDVX.com. Tomorrow, Chris Long and Laura Sawosko will be on the Blue Plate Special. And again, a reminder, this afternoon, 3 o'clock, this show will re-air as the local 3 at 3 today on WDVX. So a little deja vu afternoon today.
Right. All over it.
Be like, I think I heard this already.
Yeah.
This is weird. Thank you all so much for being here. Tomorrow night, Laurel Theater, 8 o'clock. We're going to get one last tune from Four-Leaf Pete.
That's right.
Here on the Big Plate, live from Barley's.
All right. So we're, thanks everybody. So we're easy to find, fourleafpete.com, P-E-A-T. There's nobody in the band named Pete. But we'll be playing tomorrow at the Laurel Theater. I think our next gig, we're opening up for a high-energy band called Scythian at the Bijou Theater on May 25th. So anyway, we'd love to see you again. We're going to finish up with a song called Follow Me Up to Carlow. So the Irish did not win many battles against the British, but when they did, they sang about it for 500 years. So here we go.
Long memory. Long memory. KR took your face, brooded o'er the old disgrace that Black Fitzwilliam stormed her place and drove you to the fern. Grace and victory was sure. Soon the firebrand he'd secured until he met a Glenmalure with fake McHugh O'Byrne. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, fake will do and fake will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, Fallon is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fake McHugh was given the word, follow me up to Carlow. See the swords at Glenamal, they're flashing o'er the English pale. See all the children of the Gael under O'Byrne's banner. Rooster of a fighting stock, oh would ye let a Saxon cock crow out upon an Irish rock? Fly up and teach him manners. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, fake will do and fake will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, Fallon is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fake McHugh was given the word, follow me up to Carlow. From Tussaggart to Clonmore there flows a stream of Saxon gore. See great is Rory Ogamore, it's sending the loons to Hades. Grey is sick, white is fled. Now for Black Fitzwilliam's head, we'll send it over dripping red to Queen Liza and her ladies. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, fake will do and fake will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, Fallon is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fake McHugh was given the word, follow me up to Carlow. Curse and swear, Lord Kildare, fake will do and fake will dare. Now Fitzwilliam, have a care, Fallon is your star low. Up with halberd, out with sword, on we go for by the Lord. Fake McHugh was given the word, follow me up to Carlow. Follow me up to Carlow. Follow me up to Carlow.
Thanks, folks. Happy
For
Paddy's
EP.
Day.
Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Big Plate, live from Barley's.